Thank you very much for this opportunity to tell a few things about our portfolio. So a little bit not uncommon to VTT. We're a not-for-profit organization with, in fact, two assignments. To the left, an example of our contract research to support companies to innovate, and a picture on the right representing our abilities to as a national labs for the defense applications. Oh, sorry, I took the PowerPoint or the PDF version. Works as well. My division comes with a background from the semiconductor industry. As you see here, we worked a lot on semiconductor equipment, but more and more also on the device companies on the right. We help them, especially with metrology challenges, and I will come back to metrology more and more. But you see this portfolio also moving to the domain of quantum, of course. TNO started being active in quantum technologies more than a decade ago, when we started a collaboration with the University of Delft here close by. And just to show a few logos to give you an impression of the type of work we did. The first line, a couple of logos of partners from those early days already. Second line of logos is spin-off companies like Q-Blocks that originate from this kind of work. And at the bottom, a couple of logos from the companies that are either our customer or are even vested here locally in our ecosystem, where we already have a couple of hundreds of quantum scientists and engineers all together that really help each other. And on the right in blue, you see the current portfolio of TNO if it comes to quantum technologies. On the top, of course, applications in the defense domain. Think about GPS-free navigation, of course. The second block is more about the algorithms and the software and network security. And the red boxed part is my division, where we really focus on the physics and the hardware, both on quantum devices, QPUs, but also on full systems, which I would like to show you an example. One is the first European quantum computer we built a couple of years ago, called the Quantum Inspire. Really from the material science to both the transmon and spin qubits to the software connected to HPC, etc. It's a demonstrator project. It's not a huge computer, but it learned us a lot about all the IP that is required and still had to be developed either by us or by our partners. So we learned a lot from this project. And to position TNO in the flow from academic research to industrial applications, here's an example. The picture on the left shows the device from my academic colleagues, 6 spin qubit device, really a hero device from the scientist. And with the help of TNO, we rebuilt and redesigned and reprocessed this device to the picture on the right. That was then the first spin qubit device ever manufactured at a 300mm fab. This is the one from Intel Hillsborough then. These days we specialize mostly we get most requests at least by the the qubits types here on the left. So semiconductor spins, a lot of NV centers and diamond, and the semiconductor two-pass, the amplifiers. What we think is really important that we contribute with is trying to stabilize all the processes. So with our background in Semicon, we really focus a lot on characterization and stabilization of every process and every material in the full chain, something that is not common in the more exploratory academic type of research, but really we stabilize it, and it also helps to identify interesting white spots of new IP and IPR that we then can develop together with our partners. And as metrology is such an important topic, it is also quite a big effort on our side. So we have a whole suite of equipment, of course the dilution refrigerators, but of course we want to test more and more also at room temperature and intermediate steps for fast turnaround and to stimulate the feedback from device performance to nanofabrication, because there's still a lot to learn and still a lot of IP to be generated there. And if metrology equipment doesn't exist yet, then we also like to develop it ourselves with our background in the semiconductor domain, where we have done this already for years. This is just one example of a more public-private partnership, so that was not too confidential. And you see the partners that we work with here together. But contract research is really our core business, but these private partnerships help us to bring people together. And if you have any further questions, please let me know. And thank you for this opportunity.